Pee before we start, Will. God.
Dude, it's intense.
Oh, he left.
He left. He didn't come back. Welcome back to the Chalky Milk Gang podcast. In today's episode, we're going to do our usual Chalky Milk review. I know we all got our good old Chalky Milks, fan favorite, but we're also just going to be talking about traveling. We thought of this idea just because, we're trapped in the quarantine. We want to think about where we're going to go once this whole thing ends. Also just talk about our experiences with travel, some of our favorite places that we've been, and maybe some of our favorite places we want to go to. Does that sound good with the program?
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, definitely.
Everybody, so now we got to rank our Chalky Milk.
That's
this
right.
Is some Stu Leonard's. It's dessert. It's too good. I feel like I'm not even deserving of it.
I feel like with the Stu Leonard's, you get some huge ice cream vibes.
Yeah, it tastes like their ice cream, and it smells like their ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Ice cream notes.
And if you don't know about Stu Leonard's, because it's kind of like regional, it's a grocery store, but it has amazing frozen yogurt and ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Connecticut culture.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
No, dude, the one
so
we
good.
have is like the biggest grocery store in the world. I think like Guinness World Records type thing. I forget what it was, but
yeah,
it's gotta be
like
close.
If you look it up on Google, you know what it is.
Ripley's.
That's a legendary spot. Now for mine, we're going with the True Moo chocolate high protein. I've never had this before. I think True Moo is like the Walmart of Chalky Milk. It's pretty good, but it's not the highest quality, but it's cheap. So, we're just going to go in. I get high protein vibes with this. You definitely get a chocolate flavor, but not to the same extent. Just like a no rookie score right here, 6-1.
Yeah, I forgot my no rookie score. I'd say 8-3.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. And then I got the just the regular kind of like Nestle chocolate bottle. I had this
Nesquik.
like 2 weeks ago. Nesquik. Oh yeah.
Same thing.
Nestle Nesquik.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's both.
Yeah. Yeah, that tripped me up. No, it's good. I don't know. I feel like this type of thing is so much more processed, but like it's still pretty good. Kind of like True Moo, but I don't know. I feel like you can't drink this for more than one bottle and like actually enjoy it. It's good when you don't have anything else, but at the end of the day, it's not the quality you want. It's decent in terms of texture. It's got that rich, like silky smooth type of thing that like you want out of your chocolate milk. But flavor is where a lot of them really differ. And the flavor is just it's there, but it's not anything special. It's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
I like to compare this to True Moo because I think that's another brand that does it really similarly.
Yeah.
And I think True Moo, I think True Moo is a little better, but that's honestly subjective just because they're so similar. So I'm gonna give Nestle Nesquik a 5.8.
Mm-hmm. I'd say like Nesquik is like the Dollar Tree, while True Moo is the Walmart. They're pretty similar. They're price cutters, but there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you do need to save some bucks, and you do go with the cheaper alternative. But the Stu Leonard's, that stuff, very highly rated.
Stu Leonard's puts love into their work.
I gotta agree.
And also, like we like to say here, bad chocolate milk is still better than the best version of a lot of other things.
Beats all strawberry milks.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that.
No more strawberry milk.
Strawberry.
Gotta give a little tidbit on Stu Leonard's. I just remember going there when I was 5. That place is the best. Like all the little kids stuff, they got like the dancing cows and stuff like that on the walls or whatever. That place is great. Also, their ice cream is just unreal.
And they give samples, so
they do
that's
give
always
samples. Fun. Also, just like really interesting font selections.
Yeah, love their font.
Stu Leonard's font is for real.
I don't have the bottle, but
dude, Stu Leonard they do the most as well, especially even like Halloween. Like they always have that hayride, and they set up all sorts of like crazy.
That's where you get pumpkins.
All out for the festivities.
Get pumpkins there. You can get like Christmas trees there. Thanksgiving, they have like that whole like outside section is all just like people picking up stuff, and I don't know how they do it because it's like you order these 6 things, they make sure you get those 6 things in like 5 minutes. It's crazy how efficient they work.
Mm-hmm.
Them and
Also
Trader
just-
Joe's, best
Oh
grocery
yeah, Trader
stores.
Joe's I like too, but Stu Leonard's, it's like IKEA, you know what I mean? Just the walkthrough and whatnot.
Yeah.
I love that model. It's a great time.
Stu Leonard's and Trader Joe's are not a sponsor, but they could be if they want. So contact us.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What?
Dude, I'm gonna have Chiquita banana stuck in my head for like the next 7 days.
Oh, yeah.
Because, God, that is just so fun to press that button when you're going through.
Oh yeah, that is facts.
So to kick us off on the traveling questions, once this quarantine ends, where do you guys want to go? I think for myself, I know we talked about it briefly about going like up to like Cape Cod or something, and my school friends, one of them has a house in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. So I feel like that'd be fun because, we're not going anywhere special. It can't be like that expensive, but I feel like just a house with like friends, that's a perfect getaway.
I remember Tyler and I had an experience at Watch Hill. I would say it wasn't favorable just because of the parking, but I feel like it'd be better if someone had a house. Also, you had to pay to go to the beach. It was like $10. You remember that, Tyler?
No, it was $40, Alex. The parking was $40. It was
Yeah, the parking
just
was $40, but
garbage
going to the beach was
ripoff.
$10.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, exactly. Just
Dude,
so much more expensive.
They're
than it was
money
worth.
grabbers. Not a
Mhm.
fan. But I think if you're like that area though, beautiful. I think if you were to like maybe go to a different beach where they don't pay, because there's like a bunch of like different beaches around the area, and like having a house, it's free parking. So I'd recommend that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Rhode Island, like all up Connecticut and then like Massachusetts, when it gets to summer, those beaches are just like so pretty. So anywhere on the water, honestly, anywhere on where there's a beach, like that's all you really need, At the end of the day, like price matters and stuff like that, but being somewhere on the beach, regardless of like how nice the house is, whatever the hell it is, like as long as I get the chance to freaking like boogie board and play some spike ball, it's all I care about.
Oh, facts.
Mhm.
Spike ball's the greatest game. It's
Yeah.
big time.
It's so much fun.
One other place I'd say, my mom wants to go to Cape Cod in a few weeks, so I'll probably be going with her. But we were talking about this as a GSG group. We were talking about, getting an Airbnb in Vermont. Love that state. It's perfect for skiing, but I think also in the summer, beautiful place to be, not too hot. So I'd say that. And then I go to Maine every summer, Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. And I don't know if that's going to happen this year because I go to my grandparents' house and don't want to give them Rona or anything. But if I was able to go, that's probably the first place I go to. Just regional stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely.
England.
I've never been to like do a ski hill in the summer, but it's so pretty. Like the rolling green grass. You got like, zip lines and ropes courses and stuff to do.
And mountain biking.
Exactly. Yeah. That seems like such a good time. And I've never tried any of that type of stuff.
And you can still go on like the
Yeah.
chairlift and stuff.
Mhm.
Chairlifts are fun.
Chairlifts are awesome.
Underrated part of a ski trip is the ski lifts.
Oh yeah. And there's like the bead people who like are on the chairlift and they're just throwing beads all around the freaking trees. So it's like it's intense.
Sure.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean,
I don't go skiing that often, so I don't know.
I was gonna say I could almost completely disagree. The chairlifts are painfully cold, but that's another way to look at it. So I kind of respect that.
Yeah, it usually sucks.
They can be cold. Gondolas though, next good technology.
Yeah.
Also, Mount Snow has those bubbles. They're like bubbles
really?
where it's still a chairlift, but you can put a shield around you so that you're not as cold. Like it's not
That's
like
nice.
it's not like a heater, but like it takes away the wind.
It's so you don't get like beaten up by the snow and wind and stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, they have one of those at Okemo too, and it's like it blocks you from the wind. They have like heated seats and everything. It fits 6 people, which is like the max. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best chairlifts, honestly.
The last time I skied was honestly might have been like 5 years ago at Jimny Peak, but it was fun. I don't know. We just didn't grow up skiing a lot for whatever reason, but it's fun.
Yeah. Is that your favorite place you've gone skiing?
It's like that one, and there's one in Connecticut, like Chestnut or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the only two places I remember
Yeah.
skiing at.
The skiing meccas of the world.
I mean, maybe you're thinking of like
Yeah,
Butternut.
it was Butternut. Yeah, not
Yeah.
Chestnut.
Oh, butternut.
I remember something nut. Yeah, Butternut and Jimmy Peak. I think Jimmy Peak was like better. It was like Massachusetts area.
I've actually always wanted to go to Jiminy Peak. I remember there was a kid on my bus who'd go to Jiminy Peak literally every weekend because he was on the ski team there.
Oh, okay.
I'd say for me, my favorite ski place, I went to Utah with my dad. We went to Park City, and that was that was hands down the greatest. Like, just like also the town in general, amazing place, but also just like skiing in Utah or Colorado or just anywhere out west is a whole different vibe. I want to ski out in the East more just so that I can get better at skiing. Like, it's a lot icier, so it can really help you improve your skills. But going out west, it's paradise.
Dude, that's what I say all the time. When you go out west, it's like you said, it's a whole new level. Like any skill level you think you have here, if you think you can do like a black diamond here, it's like a blue there. Like they think
what if you're a green square individual?
A green square individual, then you're not going to be able to ski on the West Coast.
Yeah,
like Jesus.
Yeah, I just won't ever ski out west, and I'm okay with that.
We aren't like green runs like circles, and then the blue ones are squares.
No, I think you meant like in between, right?
The middle one.
Green square would be in between a blue square and a green circle.
No, I meant it's like there's circle, square, diamond. I forgot the color though.
Green circles, blue squares, black diamonds.
I'm a blue square.
And then double black diamonds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tyler, have you ever skied a double black?
Out west, hell no. But on the East Coast, oh yeah, definitely.
Like I did once. It was terrible. I think I fell like 6 times.
They're tough.
We went to a place called Mammoth in California, and it was April. You could like ski there till June, so we went there for April break. And I decided to do it one time, and it was terrible. But it's okay.
Yeah,
we're here to talk about it, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely,
dude. Me and my family like love to go skiing out there. In terms of like traveling and stuff, like we've been talking about, like that's like going out west is easily one of my favorite vacations for like the year. Not everybody in my family likes it because it's so fucking cold, and we usually go in like December, so that doesn't help. But
my mom and my sister don't like it anymore, so it's just me and my dad always.
Yeah. Is it? Have you guys been anywhere else on the West Coast outside of like, Utah, Colorado, that type of area?
Not for skiing, but I've been to like San Francisco.
San Francisco
when I was like
hands
8.
down. Unreal.
Cool city. Don't remember much because I was 8, but yeah.
I went to San Francisco kind of recently, like 2 years ago. We did a trip where we went to Seattle for a few days to visit my family. And then we flew to San Francisco for a few days. And that place, it's next level with its food and stuff, but just like, Alcatraz, just the San Francisco Bay, like the piers and whatnot, In-N-Out Burger, like you can't beat it. Seattle is also really cool for me. It's just like, it's pretty rainy. That's like the tough part, obviously, with Seattle, but lots of cool culture there. I went to Alaska. Alaska was next level.
Forgot you did that.
We took I was like 13 or something. I like sort of remember. We took an RV out of Anchorage, and we drove it to Seward, which was it's just like basically a place where everyone just is in RVs and they just chill. And it's beautiful because it's Alaska. But
did you see the Northern Lights?
I did not because it was summer. But
facts.
I actually do want to go to Alaska in the winter and see how actually cold it is.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that'd be fun for like an hour. And then after that, you'd be like, oh my God, it's really cold. I want to leave now.
Because also in the winter, there's like 20 hours of darkness and like 4 hours of light or something like that. So that might not be very fun.
My cousins used to live in rural Alaska, like a town where you can only get there by plane. It's called Bethel. It's a population of like 6,000 people. The only restaurant they have there is like a Subway. I remember like I was there that summer to visit family as well, so we went over there, and like it's insane just like how isolated they are. They tried to build a baseball league in Bethel, but then they couldn't because there's just no grass because it gets too cold. And the summer
Oh my
it's
God.
all mud. But yeah, I'd like to go up to like the most northern town in Alaska and just see how cold it gets, just because like I had a pretty good time out in Bethel. So yeah, but I'm definitely like I'm very lucky with like the experiences that I've gone to so far.
Very
Nice.
interesting, unique perspective.
Oh yeah.
You can have fun on your own doing that. Jesus,
Wait, you're
No, I'll
not
go
coming
with
with
you.
me? Yeah,
I'll
Will's
come.
coming
I'll
with
that's
me.
come.
Will's
that
coming.
seems so painful.
We'll do a 2 out of 3 Chalky Milk gang.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Chalky Milk Gang hits
I can
Alaska.
no, I can barely handle Colorado. I'm Anchorage, no thanks.
I love the cold.
I don't
Mhm.
mind the cold.
You
If
put on a
if you
jacket.
dress right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the cold. I don't like the deathly cold. Like what?
Well,
They're
Put
two
on 2
different things. Trust
jackets.
me.
to each their own.
I can
They
do
wear
0 degrees and
parkas
it
up
be
there.
-40. Like that's impossible. But hey, who am I to judge? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll honestly, me and my siblings are on board for the warmer vacations anyway. Like I've never been to California before, but like basically my whole
Really?
family has. And that's definitely somewhere I got to travel. Like you guys said, you've been to San Francisco. That's
Yeah.
like San Francisco, LA. I think just like the Pacific Coast Highway has been like like a a destination I've wanted to check out for like forever. I don't know. Like that's just
Yeah.
such a pretty like that's such a cool idea to be able to drive like along the California coast for like hundreds and hundreds of miles and like have the
Yeah.
view. So nice. Like I don't
You
know.
gotta get out
That's the
there.
goal.
It's like
Mhm.
surprising. Like going to California is actually like one of the cheapest plane tickets around the
Hmm.
United States. Like you can do a round trip for like $150.
Really?
And like you'd think it's like expenses. You'd think it's expensive because it's like 6 hours each way, but like it's so traveled on. It's like the busiest routes in America. So
That's true.
Mhm.
yeah, you gotta do it.
I definitely want to go to like LA and really like San Francisco. Like I don't remember that much. I'd want to go there again.
Mhm.
There's just like it's so far away, but it's like yet part of our country and stuff. Like I don't know, just
Mhm.
really want to see it.
Mhm.
That makes sense. It's
And
exciting.
also out there, I really want to see the Grand Canyon. That's like one of those like destination things. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
value like natural beauty over like a building. So like I'd want to
Mhm.
see stuff like the Grand Canyon or like other natural things.
You definitely have some natural beauty yourself, so I think that makes sense.
You
Thanks.
killed it. Mhm.
So yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on study abroad?
Why don't you guys go first? Because you guys are sort of like looking towards it, right? Because junior
Yeah.
year and stuff.
I mean, maybe. I hope. I hope. That's what I'll say about study abroad. With everything going on right now, it's looking less and less likely that the programs that like let you go international are gonna like be available. We'll
Mhm.
see. I kind of doubt they'll happen, but I mean, if I could, I definitely want to do like London. Like that's just and not only is it like the most like popular study abroad program at most like universities, but London is just such a cool city. There's like so much diversity. They have, like all the pretty buildings that you want in like any city, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's
Mhm.
also just there's so much nearby. Like if you get bored of London, which I mean I wouldn't because I love like I don't know English culture is really cool. But even
It is
outside of
cool.
that, there's like Paris is just a train ride away. You're like so close to so many other countries. There's so many other like cities in England that are like I don't know that interests me at least. Dude, it's just the way to go. I don't know, at the
Mhm.
end of the day. Mm.
Yeah, you should do it. Like you're definitely one of those kids that have been like really interested in study abroad. So like you gotta get out there if you get the chance. For me myself, my original plan was I was hoping to go to Denmark this summer and do like an economics program there, but that wouldn't have worked out anyway. But I won a trip to Greece for 10 days and was expected to intern at this time. So that was the plan. Then that got canceled. There may be a chance I get to do that next summer where I get to go to Greece with the fraternity or whatnot. But overall, like I'm like too involved in school for me to like think about just missing a whole semester of stuff. Like I just feel like I'll just miss out on too much. But study abroad sounds so cool. I don't remember if my parents did it, but everyone just says when they come back, like it's an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, my sister went to Newcastle, England, because I don't think her school had London, but Newcastle's just like northern, closer to the border of Scotland. And yeah, she did like Tyler, you were saying like Paris isn't that far. She went to like, I don't know, like probably at least 10 different countries, like every weekend. She was also fortunate because her best friend also went to Newcastle with her. So the two of them just traveled everywhere. They did the spring semester, so they had like a spring break that was like 4 weeks long or something. No, maybe it's like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But she just like traveled nonstop, and she saw so many countries and just so many stories, and like that's always something that I've wanted to do. So I agree. I think London and Oxford are two programs that Tufts has to offer. So I definitely would want to take those up because, yeah, it's so easy to travel to all of Europe. Just the fact that it's an English-speaking country is nice because there's no language barrier.
They get you.
Yeah, and then also I have worked with a lot of British people over the years at camp. So I'd get to see them and hang out and like go to the pub and stuff. And like the one of the first people I worked with, like when I started being a counselor, he's always like, once you turn 18, like come out to England. And I was like, I want to, but that's expensive and I don't even have the time.
It is expensive.
So it'd be nice to finally get to do that with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I definitely would want to go abroad to England.
England's awesome. Me and my dad, me and my whole family went when I was like 12 or something, and we went to Paris as well. We did like 4 days in London, 4 days in Paris. One of my favorite experiences, me and my dad went to Wimbledon, the huge tennis tournament over there, and I was wearing a Tom Brady jersey, and everyone loved it. It was the coolest.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know why I wore a Tom Brady jersey, but
Just got to spread the American pride.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was awesome seeing that because like I've been to the U.S. Open a few times. I know Tyler likes to go there as well.
I have. I've been like 3 or 4, I think.
And Will does too. Big tennis. But seeing like another one of those Grand Slams, huge deal. That was awesome. I remember we went and it was like 4th of July. So me and my dad brought our baseball gloves and we played catch in one of those in like a London park, which is interesting. That's literally all I remember from it. But
How old were you?
It's like 11 or 12. I know I had a great time. That's what matters.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back to England.
Where are some of your like holy grail type? Wait, actually, time out first. I gotta pee.
Yeah.
I'll take like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna cut and start though.
Pee before we start, Will. God.
Dude, it's intense.
Oh, he left.
He left. He didn't come back.
Dude, I don't know why it like left the thing. It's messed up.
Left?
Oh, you're back.
It like left.
I think that happened accidentally when you got up. Like you clicked the leave button. I don't know.
Dude, that seems impossible. But also,
well, it was like right when
else.
you got up is you left, and we were like,
Dude, that's
he's
fucking
gone.
weird. All right, sorry. So, what are some of the places that are like holy grails, like places you've always wanted to go, if you have any?
For me, I'd say Texas. Just because I really want to try like Texas barbecue. I see all these YouTube videos of people going to Austin and they just get these ribs and it's just like all out of the bone, just insane stuff. So for me, like Texas, also Portland, Oregon, just because it's like very hipster. That sounds pretty interesting. There's
never
places for me.
Thought about the whole Texas barbecue thing, but you are 100% right.
Yeah, I'm right. Like, come on.
Dude, that makes me think. I've never thought about how cool this would be until now. I want to go to a Cowboys game now. Like that must be such a cool experience. I don't know.
Yeah.
To go like the biggest
freaking
stadium in the NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just seems like so much fun.
If I was to go to Texas, I'd probably align it so that one of the Boston sports teams was to play one of the other teams from Texas there, so that I have like another reason to go there. Because like I think about like Texas, I don't think about like what else do you do there besides for eat barbecue? Like barbecue is enough for me to go, but yeah, I don't know. What about you guys?
I've always wanted to go like to like a Pacific island like Fiji. Like it's just so pretty out there, and you're just like in nature and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you could just go to the
It's so
fraternity.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Or
Jeez,
even
that
like
took me a
Hawaii.
second.
Like I know you've been to Hawaii, and like I just want to go to Hawaii, like with a girlfriend. That'd be so cool.
Dude, that's like it's good stuff right there. That's the play.
That is the
Honestly though, like Hawaii and like the Caribbean and that like that whole vibe, is just, it's so nice, you know?
Yeah.
That like I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but like Kygo music vibe. Oh my god.
Oh, bet.
You're just
That's the
chilling.
dream.
You're having a
That
good
is,
time.
I feel like that's like the epitome of what a vacation can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
I went to Aruba with my
Oh,
dad
Aruba's
and
cool.
sister like 2014. Like that was a lot of fun because Aruba is cool because it's really warm and sunny, but it's always windy, so it's never like hot, which is cool. And like that was a lot of fun, and that's like one of the only like tropical places I've ever been to because I went to the Bahamas when I was like 5. Like I just know I was there. I don't remember it. So yeah, it was just so much fun because it's so different than like where we live, suburban. Like we go to the city sometimes. Nothing like a tropical place.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
No, I feel that. And then I gotta say, for me at least, I think I was looking at studying abroad there, but either like Australia or like New Zealand are like two of the places that I would really, really want to go. The BU programs that they have there, Australia is super popular. I still think I would rather go to London, but Australia is really cool. And then they have a program in Auckland, New Zealand, but it's like a 7-month program. So I wouldn't be super interested in that. But
that's a lot of
just
time.
traveling there, like in general, like it's so pretty in New Zealand. Like what you were saying about natural beauty before, Will, like that's the place where they filmed all of the
Lord of the Rings.
the Lord of the Rings
Hobbit.
movies. I was gonna say the Hobbit, but yeah, the Lord of the Rings is the same thing.
And the Hobbit. Like they filmed all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, people say New Zealand is the most naturally beautiful place.
Exactly.
Huh.
Like that's the type of place I want to go, and I want to do like all of the like random crazy tourist stuff there, because there are so many like attractions and activities that like you would never think of, you know? Like sure, you got your skydiving, but have you ever tried like sand dune surfing, you know? Like that type of crazy stuff? Like I don't know.
Like once in a lifetime opportunity.
You're saying saying we don't have sand dune surfing in Connecticut.
I mean,
have you not sand dune surfing?
If you want to prove
come
me
on,
wrong.
guy.
What are you doing?
Dude, it's right in your backyard, man. You just gotta go out there and shred the gnar.
Sure.
Dude wears one surfing hat.
My cousin's got it for me. I love that. I definitely gotta agree though. Like Australia, New Zealand. New Zealand or New Zealand?
New Zealand.
How do you not know that?
Dude, brain cells. I don't know if they're there, but but overall, like, just like going that far out though is like another thing for me. Like, would love to do that.
Yeah.
The two places abroad that are on my super bucket list, I'd say Japan, just because that is Japan's like a whole different culture. I've never been to Asia, and I've like just whole different cultures sounds really cool to me. But also Japan is like one of the only other like huge countries besides for America that loves baseball. I would love to see their Japanese baseball league because I've heard it's very different and very interesting. And then also Netherlands because celiac disease. I'm celiac. I'm gluten free. That was first diagnosed in Netherlands, so they're really good with gluten free stuff. So
Nice.
it's exciting.
They care about your people.
They do, and I appreciate that. I don't like it when they don't care for us gluten fritos.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I mean, I don't know. It seems like we've all thought about it, but I don't know if any of us would actually be able to go any of these places for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
You know,
Not for
True.
a
it
while.
takes money more than
It
anything.
really
I mean,
does, and we don't have
maybe
it.
Texas is more attainable, but
Texas
like,
wouldn't be bad.
That's like just convince your dad to take you there because he's really good about like finding deals, right? That's
Oh
why you guys
yeah.
travel all the time.
Yeah. No, like we wouldn't be able to go to the places that we've gone to if it wasn't for like frequent flyer miles. Like when I've talked about like prior trips that I've done, I think the most we've ever paid like a round trip for tickets is like $20 just because we use miles. And it's literally the stuff that we buy like every day, like groceries and stuff like that. We get miles from that. You just gotta be really smart about it.
I need to talk to your dad and get some deets.
Oh yeah. Todd is always available.
Your dad is so good at like playing the game, like
he's a player.
in the best
He's a winner.
comparable way. Your dad crushed me at poker. Like I think it was like last year or 2 years ago we were playing.
He still
at, like, a
talks
graduation
about
party.
that.
Yeah, really? Because he's so good. It's
That was a big
unbelievable.
time.
Yeah. Like,
dad's a
and for him
bro.
to be able to game this system in like the exact same way, I am not surprised.
My
Like,
dad is a bro, and your dads are bros.
definitely, gotta respect that. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I mean,
yeah, you go.
no, you go.
All right, I was just gonna say that my parents went to Australia for like a week, 2 weeks for their honeymoon, and like, you know, they speak well of it, and that's definitely something I want to look at. Like, see I forget what like the outback and stuff, but when I also talked about like Australia as a possible like study abroad place because they speak English, but my mom was like, you know, it's just Australia. Like there's a couple things, but for a whole semester, like, you know, you might get more out of somewhere in like Europe. But I definitely would want to go there for a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say like I say like New Zealand and you say like Texas, but those are like really, really big. I don't think that's very like specific, you know?
Yeah.
Because like there are other places like closer by, like cities that I would really want to visit that like, you know, are like more specific like locations rather than like, you know, like a state or like a full country. Like visiting a full country is different depending on where you go in that country.
I feel like
And
part
there
of
are
it
so many
is-
like close by cities that I want to check out, you know?
yeah, like what?
Like, I mean, for starters, I've never been to, wait, now I have to think of a city. Shoot.
I was just gonna say that part of that is just because we don't like know it that well. But like, you know, when you say New Zealand, there's like just places to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like if like a European person was like, I want to go to America and see the West Coast. You know, they'd hit up LA because the more you look into it, like that's the place to go.
Yeah, that makes sense. For me, I'd say like really close places. I'd say Philadelphia. I've never been there, and it's 2
nice
hours.
city.
Like it's like 2.5 hours away. Would love to see that. Also, Chicago. It's a really quick flight. I've been there for a lot of layovers, but never actually to the city. I want to see Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs, second oldest MLB stadium. So I'd say that for me. I know Will's been to Philly a lot because
I've been my sister lives in Philly, so I've been there a handful of times, and it's a nice city. It's like kind of like Boston, where just like, you know, you kind of like walking around there. Whereas New York, it's like very, you know, high density, super like stressful just being there. But Philly's nice. I'd say Chicago for sure. Maybe like Miami.
Miami's cool.
Yeah, just like I want to hit up barbecue, like St. Louis, Kansas City, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What's better than barbecue, man?
Dude, honestly, like that's the best American food. Like you can't beat it.
That is American food. Like nothing else compares.
Maybe like burgers and stuff, but
that's kind of barbecue though.
I guess it kind of is.
Maybe. I don't know.
Can I like change my chalky milk review?
Yeah.
I'm the one out of the three of us that just chugs her chocolate milk basically. So I already finished mine, and I'm gonna give this guy an 8.4. That's
Wow.
that simple. It grew on me so much. Just the protein action, 25 grams. This is the best shroom I've ever had. It's smooth, silky. I know my chocolate milk. All y'all are looking at me like, what is this dude thinking? But no, I'm right. 8.4.
Well, I'm bumping mine up to 8.5 because this is the Stu Leonard's is the best out of our
I'd say
three.
Stu's gotta be at least like a 9 or something. Like
Yeah,
9.9.
9-1. 9-2.
9.1. I think that makes sense because obviously like this is not Stu Leonard's or Trader Joe's or anything like that. But I was surprised.
Dude, I wonder what like a 10 would be. Like some like artisan chocolate milk. Like what would that be like, you know?
It would probably just be like you wouldn't be able to discern it from like a milkshake because it'd be so thick and rich.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be a milkshake because
Would
that's
that be a
different.
10 though? Would you really consider that a 10
I
if
don't
it was really
know.
that thick?
I don't know if I would know what a 10 is if it hit me in the face, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're looking for something that
I'm so
everything is.
curious now.
We gotta find it.
All right,
Yeah.
but Tyler, what like cities would you want to hit up?
Yeah, so I thought about it more. Honestly, I would really want to travel south. Like I don't know if it's like these are most interesting places to go, but I feel like Charlotte, North
I
Carolina,
was gonna say
like
that.
Charleston, so much like history there. I love southern accents. I base everywhere if I go off of accents, but like I don't know. That just seems like such an interesting like historical place that like where I'm actually going to be interested in the history. You go to any city,
Mm-hmm.
you learn about the history, it's like, oh, okay, it's the history, sure, whatever. But like they're like really proud of like like the Civil War type stuff down there, and I feel like that's such a weird dynamic. I would really want to like look into that. And then like I don't know, the same area like Savannah in like Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
same type of thing. Keep going further south, I think it gets like more and more like Miami is like a whole different scene. Another place I would definitely want to visit, but that's a
The
whole
more
other
south you
vibe.
go, the less south it gets.
Boom.
Sure,
The great Civil War battles of Miami.
exactly.
The turning point in Tampa Bay.
Oh, bet.
I think also
Mhm.
Denver would be cool.
Denver's
I just
cool.
get good vibes from that city.
Colorado honestly, Colorado is one of the best states.
I want to go there.
You get stellar vibes from Colorado, always. Bunch of earthy people
Yeah,
and skiers.
Granola.
if you look up like photos of Denver on the internet, it is the weirdest looking city. It's completely flat, and then in the background you have these huge mountains jutting out. It's like this like valley just covered in like three-story buildings, or I don't know exactly how tall, but it just in comparison to like we think of
Probably
like
taller
New
than
York
3.
City, we okay, well yeah, but like we think of like New York City, and then like I go to school in like Boston. We have like in the center we have these like really tall like 40-story buildings that like have all like businesses and stuff inside of it that have like so much stuff going on. Whereas Denver, it's just flat, and it's just even though it's like 8,000 feet up off sea level or however many feet in the air, like it's just one of those cities where it's just the dynamic, or at least the way it looks, is just so like different in comparison to what we're used to.
Yeah, this is a little random, but I think at some point in my life, I definitely want to live somewhere like that's not on the East Coast. Like my dad lived for a year in California because like that was just the first job he got. And I don't know, I want to have that experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I kind of agree. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like I almost think that like there's so much to do in this life. I don't
There
know if
really
I'd ever have
is.
time for that, but like I respect where you're coming from. Like
Well, I just mean like I'm not just gonna live somewhere just to live there. Like if I'm saying like if like a job required me to move, I would consider it because that's part of like an experience that you need to have, I think. Like my sister interned in Israel for like 2 months.
Mhm.
That's a crazy awesome experience, and she met really nice people and she like learned about herself and stuff.
That's like a study abroad type deal.
Yeah. It's kind of like
She's
study
good too.
abroad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's traveled a lot.
Hmm. One like final place for me. One of our friends in our group chat, he hypes this place up very much. I love his energy. Buffalo.
All
uh,
right, you can go to Buffalo.
Yeah, I'll go to Buffalo. I think the Bills have the greatest fan base in the NFL. So going to the Ralph and having Buffalo wings, but just Ben Stein's energy, we can cut that out. Sorry, but I forgot we weren't mentioning names. But dude, just the U-Buff energy, amazing.
All right, yeah. Tell us how it is.
Yeah.
Right. Any final destinations for us?
I mean, I feel like Buffalo that is the final destination.
That's
like
true. That's the pinnacle.
there's no better way to end it. We can't get any better than
Nah,
Buffalo.
you
Let's be
can't.
real.
You really can't.
I don't
Are
even
there
know what
any
you do in
listeners
Buffalo,
from
but it still
Buffalo?
wins.
Say hello if you're from Buffalo.
Yes,
Yes.
please comment below if you're from Buffalo.
Josh Allen.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, I think that right about wraps it up, doesn't it?
I think it does.
Um,
There's a good chance.
Good ending point.
Yeah. But yeah, we really appreciate you viewing the content. Feel free to like if you enjoyed the video. Also subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. We said this last time we were at 18. We've doubled that. We're at 35. Well, doubled -1. That's the same thing. So help us get to the road to 1,000. Dude, that would be awesome. We're just a few away, and yeah, really appreciate all the just hypeness of the Chalky Milk Gang. So thank you.
Definitely, yeah.
Until next time. See ya.